What's up, welcome, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of your Slightly Average Guys podcast. We are your slightly average people, right? We talk about slightly average things, slightly average topics, and really whatever you want. We'd like to involve our audience as much as we can. So feel free to comment, type back, and listen in and enjoy the conversations today. Here with us, as always, we have Andy Nassif in the black hat with the straw, shooting guns with his little fingers. We have Ryan Cole all decked out in blue, and myself, Ryan Teeter, here with my shades on.
You're like real laid back. First off, I don't think that intro, like the interlude with the time countdown is no longer average. I think we stepped it up. Hopefully everybody in the chat likes the music. And you don't just have to sit there and twiddle your thumbs and think about, how cool the show's about to be.
And wonder when we're gonna start. Before it was just like hey, Slightly Average Guys coming soon. Okay, is that like an hour?
Yeah.
Is that like 2 minutes?
Yep. So we got that as an update. We got the countdown as an update. We got now for those viewing the video, whether live or later, you actually can see yourself in the chat on screen. So our chat room is now officially part of the group. It's the fourth person on the grassy knoll.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Chat it up.
Yep. So go ahead and chat it up. Everybody can see, join in, have some fun. All right, let's get into it. First off, it's been 2021 for a little bit, and I just want to get an update on where's everybody at. Ryan, you were talking about getting new balls, making sure they were polished, potentially some really slippery shoes involved and things. So how is life going?
As far as those balls that we were talking about, and I just want to clarify, this was ball. This was singular. I've been bowling a lot more. It's been phenomenal. Just something else to do. The shoes are not as slippery as I thought, so we're good there. And turns out how I bowl, if you've ever watched a professional bowler, they like slide and glide up to that line that you're not supposed to cross, right? The foul line. They look all smooth and sexy. Wow. And even my buddy that I bowl with, he slides into that front lane as well. And he videotaped me. I just straight up walk up there. I got no sliding at all. I am heel first and then toe, just like normal. And then I just straight up bowl. So basically, I got shoes for nothing, just basically to have bowling shoes so I don't have to pay for them every single time.
Well,
but
I don't. Ahead, where have you been at like that? Everybody's so sly. Are you just talking about the movie Kingpin, or like where are you getting this super sly professional bowler? Maybe I just don't watch enough professional bowling. Maybe that's my problem.
Yeah, well, when you bowl, right? So you walk up to the lane and kind of your leading foot it presses down and then it slides to the foul line, but doesn't cross it, because if you cross it, it's foul. That's what bowlers do. I mean, comment in the chat. I think everybody knows that. If not, that's my bad. But I don't slide at all. I'm just a straight stepper, and I freaking just toss my ball down the lane. So anyways, shoes, whatever. Just saving me money so I don't have to buy the lane shoes. Anyways, this ball I got, I'm starting to get comfortable with it, man. I'm starting to feel really confident, really good with it. I just bowled yesterday my personal best ever highest score of 233.
Wow. That's actually super impressive. Like I'm really impressed with that. Like the highest I've ever gotten is like 1. No, I'm kidding. I think 163 or 165 is the highest. And that was like a Hail Mary. I was just killing it.
And it was just an awesome feeling. So I bowl with my buddy Nathan, and he's really the only person that I go bowling with. And we were just feeding off each other. I'm not kidding you. Strikes, strike, strike. It was amazing. We had an audience. There were 2 people behind us just like, damn. And this put a lot of pressure on us, and we kept it going. It was so awesome. I had 8 strikes in a row, and he had excuse me. I had 7 strikes in a row, and he had 8 strikes in a row. And it was so amazing. The funniest part of this whole thing is we go at the end of this, we go to pay for our like bowling. And the guy who's taking our credit card, he's like, "Hey guys, what's up?" He's real cool. "What's up?" He always says, "Brother." "What's up, brother? How'd it go, man?" Great. We bowled our best games today, so I'd say we had a pretty successful day. Started talking to us a little bit more. What'd you bowl? I bowled a 233, and Nathan bowled a 257.
Wow.
In the same game. Same game, both personal bests. And long story short, this guy goes, "Man, you bowled your best game and you still fucking lost." he goes, "How'd that make you feel?" And instantly, I had no thoughts about it. Nathan commented to me afterwards. He was like, "That was some quick fucking thinking." He goes, "This is how it makes me feel right there, buddy." It was a lot of fun. So that's my 2021 as far as my new ball and shoes go. It was pretty exciting.
Andy, besides you being Mrs. Doubtfire lately, which is why the show was 30 minutes delayed today, how's 2021 been treating you?
Well, I don't really have any story to top that because nothing as exciting as hanging out with Shooter McGavin and Pins and talking to the dude. I don't have anything fun and exciting. Just living the dream.
Living the dream.
Yeah.
Dealing with work. You were telling some work stories to me right before, and I'm not surprised by those. I could tell you a few as well. My new job and my old job still. Craziness going on. So other than that, with me, as I talked about before, jumped on a bandwagon of my birthday. I decided I was going to try to start working out and eating better. So I ended up getting into this diet plan and workout thing. If anybody has ever seen, there's this athletic trainer dude from Utah, like back 11 years ago, like 2009, chose to do this thing called Fit to Fat, and then Back to Fit again. He basically weighed like 180 pounds, totally ripped, never been overweight in his life, and he was always training these people, and he never understood why people have such a hard time. He's like, it's just simple. You eat good, you eat what you're supposed to, and you work out like that. It's that easy, and he's like, I don't understand why it's so hard. So he decided to gain weight, and he gained like 80 pounds in 4 months and then lost it all again. And he understood why in the hell it's so damn hard, because these foods, kind of reprogram you on what you want to crave and how your brain thinks and everything else. So he turned 40 in December and chose 3 months before that he was going to do this damn thing again. So he weighed like 185 this time and went all the way up to 250. So
wow.
Signed up to follow him. He gives you the full meal plan that goes along. He's one of a big keto guy, but not like the crappy keto way where it's like eat bacon. Everything. I've been really impressed. Like everything except for one meal was horrible. One lunch was horrible. It was a ceviche salad, which I'm not a ceviche person in the slightest. So that wasn't good. Everything else has actually been pretty decent. Pretty surprising. So I've been on that kick. Worked out every single day except for the weekends, because that's just relaxed day. Been on it. Been good. Really low energy lately, but lost one of my family dogs last Friday, so that was wasn't a fun weekend to go into anyway. But back on the train this week, kicking it. So I'm down like 12 pounds, so that's a positive thing.
And one thing I think to mention too, this isn't just like a diet that's like a month thing. And correct me if I'm wrong. I believe what you guys told me. This is like a life now.
It's 4 months. 4 months on this exact thing. It's a full 4 months where they're going to give you a meal plan every single week, give you grocery lists, recipes. There's a little app that you download, and it gives you workouts to do every single day, walks you through it. One of the days is we go out and walk for 30 seconds, run for 30 seconds. It counts down. It's like super, super easy, to be honest. Like, not the workouts that they've gotten progressively harder, but it's still like one of the best programs I think I've been on so far, and with actual results, like instantaneous. Yeah. And I'm not eating like salads every single day. There's a ton of chicken, a ton of ground turkey, and stuff. So it's pretty decent.
That takes some balls for that guy to just sit there and be like, it's not that hard. Straight up, you hear all these people like, what's that McDonald's thing that they're just like, I'm going to eat McDonald's for a whole year and see what it does to my body.
Yeah, that was a Super Size Me movie. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's like, I'm going to gain weight to see it from the other side. Anybody can tell you what gym exercise to go do for a couple weeks. Any guy can go tell you, you just need to change your diet, bro. You need more protein, bro. You need to do these workouts, bro. No, it takes a real man to like get in your shoes and be like, damn, that shit is hard. I understand. And then get right back into it and say, you can do this. So kudos to that guy.
Yeah. So, and it's really nice because you see somebody struggle because he's posting his stuff online and doing different stuff. You can look it up. It's Fit to Fat to Fit. That guy, his name's Drew something or other. Yeah, that's an official name. You can see pictures of him and everything else to see what's going on. But that's what I've had going on, and like I said, it's working out decently well. What else is happening in 2021 here? Today is the 20th. Officially today we have a new president. Regardless of your political view, I would like to say, when the hell did it become, or is it just me realizing it, that the inauguration thing sure as hell seems like we have royals and kings that operate. And this isn't anything about Joe Biden. I'm talking any of them. I've just all of a sudden realized that we have these weird, the military comes out and does their thing. Some of them are dressed up as, old time military stuff. And it's like, man, I feel like the only thing we're missing is President Snow coming out and, giving us a thing about the 13 districts,
Hey, soon maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just crazy stuff. But it's just bizarre to me. I've never looked at it through that lens. And I'm like, damn, I think it's because there aren't people there, right? Because everybody's worried about stuff. So that's what's made it, a more of a focus on all the other things that are going on, and just seems really weird to me. But
it's probably way easier through virtualness, right? Webinars, whatever, kind of like we're doing here, to capture a lot more than just having everybody in front of the White House. And that's a quarter mile circumference, right? That you have to capture from there. Instead, they're capturing everything across the country.
Yep.
So probably a lot more to show, right?
Exactly. All right, let's get in. We're going to try to ram through this decently quick because we're a little bit late. We appreciate everybody joining with us, but all right. I didn't even ask you guys this beforehand. This is not my random question, but what do you think's the worst time of year? And I know there's different avenues to take because you can be like, okay, are we talking about seasons? And to be honest, we live in Arizona, so the winter time is one of the better seasons because it's not 120 degrees outside, but so it's decent, right? There's a lot of stuff going on that we can do out here, so it's a little bit different. But the after the holidays, it's just one of the worst times for me. I just like the holidays, that there's always something going on. I almost wish there was more time between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and especially my birthday, because it's 10 days after that, boom. So everything's jammed in, and this is how it's been my whole entire life as a kid. All right, I feel like there's 3 great months, and then after that, it's back to life.
Well, nobody said you had to stop celebrating the holidays, though. I mean, your lights and your tree could still be ready to go and be out.
Hey, Andy, is your stuff still up?
No. No.
Okay.
You had to think about it.
I noticed it today. Our doormat in the front door is this little snowman thing. And when you step on it, it lights up and plays music. But we don't ever go out the front door, so I didn't notice it until somebody rang the doorbell, and I was like, "Oh, it's February. I should probably take this out." Other than that, everything's been gone since probably the day after New Year's or somewhere around there.
All right. So at least you've been taking stuff down. But what do you think is the worst time of the year?
So previously, because we don't have a place to go to, but mine was right around now till probably end of February. And all of my reasoning is because we worked in Scottsdale, and all of the events that happened in Scottsdale made getting to work and getting home from work awful. Yeah. And then right after that, spring training starts. So for me, that whole time of now till even maybe spring training starts in March-ish, April, I hate all of that because it's just the chaos of the golf tournament, the car shows, then the baseball, and then when we have whatever national sport or Super Bowl or whatever, anything like that. So these 8 weeks, 9 weeks I don't like.
And isn't the Waste Management tour or isn't that very close to right around spring training as well, or like just before? I think that's coming up. Is it not?
Yeah. So it's like the first. It's right. It ends on the Super Bowl. So whatever that first, I think it's the first Sunday in February. So it's that week. And then you've got the 2 car shows that happen up there, Barrett Jackson and whatever the other one is.
Russo Steel.
Yeah. And then it like kind of there's a lull, but then right after that is spring training.
Yeah, and everything's different this year. Like the Phoenix Open, I think like max they're allowing 8,000 people in every single day. Like they don't have the grandstand set up. It's there. Barrett Jackson got canceled in January, but moved to March, the end of March. So that's different. Who knows if we're even gonna have spring training games? I know they're gonna have games, whether they'll let people there.
Yeah.
Ryan, worst time of year for you?
I would say this is a tough question for me because ultimately you can still do everything you want any time of the year. Does it suck to go hiking and be a little bit more active in the summer? Yeah, absolutely. But you just got to be smarter about it. Drink more water, bring stuff to shade and clothe your body, right? Even though it's 115 degrees out, guess what? I still wear long sleeves. I don't want to put sunscreen on my body every single day. I just protect my body, So if I would say worst part of the year, I would I would probably have to say like kind of around the holidays. And I know Andy, you're a big holiday guy.
Yep.
Ryan, I would also consider you a pretty decent holiday guy as well.
Yep.
And I'm not trying to knock down holidays. I'm knocking the people around the holidays. Everybody's rushing. Everybody's just me, for the most part. As far as like public, right? I'm not talking like you guys are just so like assholes and whatnot, and you're focused on yourselves. Like obviously it's a time of like thanks with Thanksgiving. It's a time like giving presents and stuff, caring about other. There's a lot of that stuff. Traffic is insane everywhere you go. The people are rushing everywhere you go. The customer service and the people coming back just treat each other like this isn't what I ordered. It's not here. Why is my present not here? This is bullshit. Like and all this is really your present's late. Like, ooh, sorry. There's just so much going on, so much rush, and I think there's a lot of disrespect still. So I would honestly say that the holidays that we just passed are probably. There's a lot of good within the holidays, don't get me wrong, but I would also say it's one of the more annoying times for me.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I hate people. So, being around people, I just get horrible anxiety and stuff. So, I agree with you, especially when people are just being stupid just to be stupid. So, completely understand that. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Ryan, what's your rant for this week?
Oh God. So they're actually the glasses that I'm wearing right now. These are I got a couple of rants. We'll just stick with one of them right now. The glasses that I'm wearing, amazing. They're my first prescription sunglasses. I'm like, hell yeah. Not only is it dark, but I can see, right? Like it's dark everywhere, but I can clearly read everything that's on my screens. Like how amazing is that? I go into America's Best. That's where I got them, right? You heard my rant last time on a certain location for that. And I didn't know this, but they like basically can microwave or heat up certain parts of the lenses to mold them and fit them to your face, right? So they give them to you and they say, hey, try these on. I go, yeah, it feels a little weird around here. Perfect. They heat like this section up, for example, and they just go, oh, try this. Boom, fits perfectly. Great. I'm like, this is amazing. I've never seen anything like that. I try them on. I can see through them. Everything looks good. I put them down. I get home and I start Why do we have to start inspecting everything? Why can't we just trust in the labor, trust in the professionals, and trust that they can do a good quality job that I'm fucking paying for? I get home. I can clearly see a pretty massive gap between the top of my frame and the lenses. There are corners of the lens where I can see half of the lens from the side. They are clearly not in there at all. And, I thought it was a simple fix, right? Just push the damn lens in. It's not going to be that. No. I'm scared. I'm pushing so hard. I'm going to break that damn lens, and I'm, for one, not paying for them again. So, but why do I have to check for the quality and craftsmanship of somebody else's work? This is your job. It is so annoying. And now I have to drive a half an hour all the way back down there, which is going to be next week when I'm down there anyways. But again, it's kind of just besides the point. And also, for example, tinted windows, right? You can get your windows tinted. You can get dark tints, light tints, whatever. You get your windows tinted. You don't do it right, there's going to be bubbles within those tints, right?
Mm-hmm.
The tinted windows are literally just a film that's like rubbed on, essentially. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 decent size bubbles in the corners of my lenses. I'm just like, you've got to be kidding me.
The best is that, you know, half the time when you're picking those out and everything, your eyes are so dilated you can't see freaking and that's going on with that stuff, right? Like, so it's like, I swear they set it up on purpose to where you can't see anything.
But and do they work? Absolutely. But do I expect quality out of the stuff that I have? Do I expect you to do a good job when that's your profession? Absolutely. So anyways, I just got to take them back. It's probably not a big deal. Probably not going to have to pay for them, but it's just the inconvenience that is always frustrating to people, right?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Like, and that's not even a quality. That's just like an assembly thing. Like, just finish the job. Like, if it breaks 3 weeks later, that's a different story.
And I'm questioning right now, are these even the right lenses for these glasses?
Probably not.
They're clearly not going in there.
Probably not.
God,
That's
so
probably the
funny.
ultimate problem. Okay.
That's awesome.
All right. Random Ryan question.
Okay.
All right. If you had to watch one movie all year long, and I'm saying, like, you could watch it once or literally over and over again as many times you want, but like anytime you watched a movie, it had to be the same one. What would it be? And why would it be that movie over and over and over again? Andy, I'm coming to you first because you haven't talked that much in this episode and everybody thinks you're a damn mute.
Yeah. First off, F you, because this is a tough question.
See, it requires some thought process because you're like, well, do I want a comedy? Do I want a drama? Do I want suspense?
Listen,
should it be porn?
It'll never be a drama. Let's just we'll get that off the table right away. There's no chance it's gonna. Let me tell you what it's not gonna be: a drama, a romantic comedy, anything to do with some sort of feelings. Just not a chance.
Yeah, you slapped that straw.
So,
man, this is tough.
Also cannot be a porn. So, I mean, Debbie Does Dallas. I mean, that would just win. That'd be all of our answers, you know. So, like, we got to throw that out, you know. So, all right, I'm gonna give you what I think. Right, like I'm between two, and I don't know why it's these two because these things are completely different, you know. One. Oh man, I'm in three. Man, this is really hard. I can't even answer this myself. All right, here we go. The two comedies that I have to pick from in my brain: Joe Dirt. Okay, just because it's Joe Dirt is freaking hilarious.
Okay.
Or the movie Accepted. I don't know, for some reason I could watch that movie over and over and over and over again. It cracks me up every single time. You know?
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. The other one that's not related to any of those is going to be the movie Mars, with the recent one that they made, you know, what's that, 2 years ago or whatever, with
Matt.
Yeah, Matt Damon. I almost said Jason Bourne, but yes, Matt Damon. You know, I don't know why I can watch that one over and over again too. So like, it would have to be. I'll throw out Joe Dirt. I'm gonna say probably the movie Accepted because I like to laugh.
Ryan,
I don't
know.
Ryan, do you know why Andy still has a thought process? I know you're not a huge movie buff. You're just like, hey, let's put something on in the background. And
I mean, I like movies for sure, and I just watched Infinity War for the Avengers,
okay.
and you know, those are all really good, right? But I mean, we're talking about a movie for the rest of the year.
Forever.
No,
just
for the rest of the year.
Just the
right?
year. Yeah, just the year.
Oh,
not forever. Just the rest of the year. You know.
So like, I really enjoy comedies. Like, I feel like those can go a long way. Action movies are like, man, I mean, they're fun and exciting, right? But I feel like comedies are just, they can put you in such a better mood no matter what day. Even if you've already seen it, you know that shit's funny. So you're like, damn, I'm having a bad day. I'll just throw on this comedy. So I am trying to think of a comedy movie that I really enjoy, but I would probably lean towards one of those.
Yeah. All right, Andy. Still don't have
Still
anything?
blanking, huh?
Here's what I need to do. And let me just tell you a quick story. When I had the same problem when we were picking out names for our children. So we made this, like, in the March Madness basketball tournament where you have your brackets, right? So we took all of my suggestions, my wife's suggestions, and we made a list and I ranked them from like first to eighth or whatever it was. And then we just slowly whittled it down. I feel like I need to do that to get down to like the movie that I would want to watch. I mean, Accepted's definitely up there. Goonies, maybe like Hot Tub Time Machine, stupid, funny. I don't really have to think about it. Like I can have it on. Actually, you know what? I know what I could watch every day for the rest of the year. Tron. I could watch the new version of Tron.
Yeah, I love that one too.
Nice.
Okay. I
Yeah.
can do that. I
Yeah.
go with
That's
that
a
every day.
totally unexpected movie.
Dude, that was
Yeah.
and I
It's
totally
such an
agree with
amazing
that.
movie.
And I totally agree with that. Man, especially if you got like a really good sound system too, because there's so much freaking bass in that. Like I remember going to the movie theater, I'm like, the speaker's about to come out of the walls. This movie's like so ridiculous.
And if we're talking soundtracks, I absolutely number one, Suicide Squad. If we're just solely talking soundtracks and you want to get amped up and just like put in a good mood, that movie pushes out some good vibes as far as music goes.
All right. Let me put a little quick spin on it though. Like I don't want to hang on this like too much longer, but like let me put a quick spin on it. If it was a series of movies, would it be the Avengers, or is there something else?
Not for me. Mine would be Star Wars.
Yours would be Star Wars. Ryan?
I'm going to go ahead and say Star Wars 2 because I understand at least a little bit more about the Avengers. And I've always wanted to watch the Star Wars movies in a row in sequential order.
Oh, don't do them in
And
sequential.
I've
Do
never
them
done
in the correct order that you actually should watch them timeline wise. Then it's like
Well,
you're watching a whole different set of movies because it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So one, if I had all year, I got all day, baby. All day.
All day.
So I could literally just watch them how they came out and then go back and watch them in sequential order, of how they, it's hard to say. Sequential order is how they came out, but it's not sequential order.
Timeline wise.
Star Wars universe timeline.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there we go. So I would also pick Star Wars. Absolutely, hands down.
Ooh, man. All right. I'm going to have to go.
Or my second place, Toy Story.
Oh, nice.
You just throw out some weird shit, man. You're just coming out of left field on it. Like I like it. I like it.
Toy Story movie.
Mine are gonna be two stupid ones, because mine's either
Joe Dirt 1 and Joe Dirt 2.
No, Joe Dirt. Don't watch Joe Dirt 2. I can't even get through Joe Dirt 2, because it's The Wizard of Oz. Anybody go back and watch Joe Dirt 2. Get 30 minutes of the movie and stop and tell me it's not Wizard of Oz. All you gotta do is watch 30 minutes of it. Anyway, mine would either be The Hunger Games, just because I don't know, like I have this weird thing about dystopian futures, and things like that, or Harry Potter, because I mean it's just Harry Potter. I could throw out the first two and not give two craps because I don't really like those two. Everything else after that's good.
Okay, Ryan, tell me Katie's not behind that camera saying you better fucking say Harry Potter.
No, really, she's not. Not her cat's in here, but that's other than that.
Here's what you say.
You better say this. Right meow.
Right meow. Right meow.
So
You better say
I
it.
was training today and I whipped out the right meow. It was funny. But those are all some great suggestions and some great movies for sure. But hey, this is what that chat's for. I don't see any. Oh, I see Scarface. Okay, Step Bro. Okay, now I'm seeing a little bit more. But chat it up. That's what it's for. It's on the screen. Hit up what would be your best movies that you'd watch all year.
Okay. All right. We're gonna round the end of the episode with a rant that I have, and I think I might have mentioned this before. It's so
Ryan's rant.
Ryan Cole's rant. I think I've mentioned this before, and if I didn't, I need to, and if I did, this deserves to be said again because I can't stand it. Stupid
fucking life hacks.
Okay, I'm tired of seeing it online in videos on people's Instagrams. It's like, oh, look, you could take this thing apart and do this thing and that, and look, you could build this whole entire like wood table out of like pallets and everything else. Meanwhile, they're using like $10,000 worth of like wood equipment, planers and table saws and everything else, and chop saws. I'm like, Ain't nobody got this. Hey, I got most of it. That's what's ironic. But like, come on. Come on. Or the person that's like always, you see those like little restore videos. It's like, all right, we're going to take this toy and take it all apart and then sandblast it because we all have a sandblaster. Sandblast it and repowder coat it because we all have a powder coater. Put it all back together. And guess what? It's worth $200. I just spent $3,000 on it in order to make it. Or I could have just thrown that bitch out, went and bought another, like, you know, cheap ass thing from the store.
I agree with you on that, and I know we're pushing time, but I hate seeing the stupid little life hacks from like the 13-year-olds who are like, I do this because it just makes it easier on my life. No, it doesn't. If anything, it makes it harder. I just poured some milk in my cereal, and I'm gonna eat it life hack with a fork, so I don't have to drink a ton of milk every time. Like.
Oh,
That is just total BS. I totally made it up, but I'm just like, you're an idiot. That's the stuff I run into about life hacks.
actually,
It's just like,
bad idea.
you
Please,
put your head down and you just shake it.
please make that your next TikTok video. Cause like, I feel like that's like funny enough to be that. Like, I seriously want to just make a bootleg social media like account through all of it. That's called like stupid life hacks or something like that. And like literally at the end, you just throw the thing in the garbage, and then go buy something that you could have done and saved all your time.
A better version of Djibouti.
Yes, Djibouti dubs. If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, go to YouTube right after we're done and look up Djibouti dubs, and you will be lost in a time of some hilarious stuff. Matt, if you're watching still, you need to go watch Djibouti dubs on YouTube. You go need to. Somebody said buy Bitcoin. Come on.
It's Matt.
What? I know it is, but like what? What am I gonna have my cousin like have a mining system in my basement? No, I don't even have a basement. Anyway,
That was great.
all right. I just had to say that rant again. If I said it before, I'm sorry, but it deserved to be said again. Appreciate everybody joining with us here live. Appreciate being able to push it to 30 minutes so we could get Miss Doubtfire over there, running all the kids around back home and fed. And
That's what I
start the
do.
show. And if like said in the past, we'll post these on Thursdays. Please share them with everybody that you know that you think that would like it, so we can get the word out and get some more viewership. But we appreciate everybody that's with us already, and we will see you guys next week.